So, Rocket League is a game that involves cars hitting a ball into a goal. What's the first thing you think of when you see cars playing football? Balancing the ball on the nose of your car flying through the air. Yeah, that's what I would have said too. So today we're going to talk about air dribbling. Air dribbling is arguably one of the most useful mechanics in the game that falls under the semi-advanced bracket of mechanics. Being able to change the direction of the ball in midair is a very useful skill to have in your arsenal. And air dribbles in general have so many variations that you can use in game, such as a wall air dribble, a ground air dribble, an air dribble bump. You can even start off with an air dribble and then tie in another mechanic such as a double tap or a flip reset. The list just goes on and on and on. Although quite easy to understand, air dribbling can be very difficult to master. In basic terms, an air dribble is when you set the ball up into the air and then use your car to carry the ball in midair in whichever way you decide is best for your situation. I'll give you an example. So here, I take the ball up the wall as I can see there's not a lot of pressure on me and I have enough time and boost to set up an air dribble. I know that my teammate is hanging around midfield, so I decide to make this an air dribble pass. I use the combination of boost and air roll to get into a good position under the ball, and now my job is to carry the ball into a position where my teammate can take the shot. Cool, right? So you want to know how to start air dribbling? Well, take your seats, because class is in session. First of all, the most important part of any aerial mechanic is the setup. Having a good or bad setup to your air dribble can be the difference between you jumping off the wall and missing the ball completely, and you scoring one of these insane shots. So, for starters, we're going to hop into custom training, and we're going to use a training pack called Wall to Air Dribble by IP Joker. This is a very popular training pack within the community, and for a very good reason. This training pack has 3 different shots that all start with the ball rolling up a side of the wall at just the right speed for your air dribble setup. Once the ball reaches a certain point on the wall, you'll notice it slows down and begins to fall again. Right before this happens is right when you want to hit the ball up into the air to start our air dribble. You'll see that if I'm not travelling fast enough or even going too fast at this point, the ball will either not go high enough or will end up hitting the ceiling. Which, let me tell you, is the most triggering thing that can happen when you've got an opportunity to set up an air dribble in game, like, oh god. So take your time in finding the right speed that your car needs to be travelling to hit the ball into a good position. And by a good position, I mean something that looks similar to this. Now here comes the fun part, the actual air dribble itself. So you've got the ball into a good position in the air. Now you need to add your car to that same position. So here's where you need to practice hitting the ball into that same position and jumping off the wall at the same time. Jumping off the wall at the point of contact with the ball means that your car will now be closely following the ball through the air. Also, a little tip for this part, once your car leaves the wall, make sure to use your air roll so that your car isn't sideways whilst in midair, because this makes the air dribble 10 times harder. Just trust me. On to the next step, which is boost and ball control. I decided to tie these two together because when it comes to air dribbling, the way you use your boost directly affects the way the ball behaves, in terms of how fast it's going or what direction it's going in. To get good control of an air dribble, you want to feather your boost towards the ball so that you're not going full speed and just boom the ball away once you make contact with it. So, feather your boost so that you can match the ball speed, and with the nose of your car, aim for around the lower half of the ball. Making contact with the ball at this point will give you the ability to raise the ball's altitude, increase the ball speed, and a whole other list of stuff. I'm not going to list everything today because you could honestly write a freaking book on how many things you could do off of an air dribble. So at this point, I'm sure you've practiced matching the ball speed in midair and making contact with the ball in the correct places. You have?
Yeah! Nice birdie!
All there is left to do now is to feather your boost and move the nose of your car around ever so slightly so that you can change the direction and the speed of the ball in whichever way you want. A little tip for you guys whilst learning air dribbling: if you have either air roll left or right bound to your controller or keyboard, it will make life so much easier for you whilst learning this mechanic. This is because using air roll left or right allows you to air roll whilst only pressing one button, instead of using normal air roll plus your analog stick. Having the use of your analog stick on top of the fact that you can air roll is a huge help. It also allows you to do cool tornado spins like this. Don't forget also guys, in the training pack we use there are 3 different setups for an air dribble. Make sure to use all 3 so that you are more likely to use air dribbles in a game situation. And once you start getting good at your own setups, you can use free play to set up an air dribble in any way you want. You could even start an air dribble from a regular ground dribble. I won't go over that in this video because that would make the video way too long, but I'd be more than happy to make a sequel to this video, explaining ground to air dribbles in much more detail. If that's something you guys want to see, make sure to leave a comment down below. But yeah guys, that pretty much concludes the air dribble tutorial. I hope this quick and easy guide helped you into learning this mechanic, and if it did, make sure to leave a like and comment letting me know if it did or not. That is all I've got time for today guys, so with that being said, I've been Oliver, that is OLVR, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.